Hey YouTubers, I've been sitting on some video that I shot last weekend. I went to the Rocky Mountain Audio Fest 2014. Confession to make here, I did not shoot a lot of video, but I did get some video of some products that I found pretty interesting. I spent most of my time honestly in the Can Jam area. I didn't go into many of the big rooms where the super high-end stuff was being shown, or at least the super high-end, traditional stereo equipment was being shown. So the Can Jam area had a lot that was of interest to me, but I didn't shoot a lot of video. I didn't take a whole lot of photos, but I do have some stuff to share with you here. One thing that I don't have video or photos of, but that was kind of cool, was I met Hi-Fi Guy 528 there. His name's Mike, and he has a YouTube channel, which if you're watching me, you've probably watched one of his videos. He has the world's largest collection of headphones. Anyway, he works for Woo Audio now. So I had a really nice chat with him, and we talked YouTube and audio gear and that sort of thing. So I just thought that would be kind of interesting to mention, but I didn't get a photo with him, and I didn't shoot any video. I was just kind of walking my very first minute there in at the conference, and in the Can Jam was pretty much I walked past and say, "Hey, I know you from YouTube," and we struck up a conversation. So I wasn't really like mentally prepped to do the video or photography thing. So anyway, let's talk about what I saw there and what I found interesting. So stay tuned. Okay, first up is Schiit Audio. They've come out with really interesting products at the high and the low end. First off, we have the high end. This is the Ragnarok integrated amp and the Yggdrasil DAC. The Ragnarok is, I believe it's 60 watts per channel into 8 ohms and 100 watts per channel into 4 ohms. They're billing it as the world's first universal amplifier, meaning it will drive anything from an in-ear monitor to full-size speakers. It's got both single-ended and balanced inputs and outputs. The Yggdrasil is basically their no excuses DAC. It's loaded with a bunch of tech that honestly I don't understand. They're pretty proud of this technology. Given their track record with DACs, I'm sure it's mind-blowing. It has just about every kind of input that you can imagine, digital input, that is. Both of these units are full-size audio components. They weigh 30 pounds apiece and are, I believe, 16 inches wide. So this is your standard rack stuff. Very nice equipment. I found myself really wanting it. However, I'm not sure the Ragnarok would drive my Maggies. Next up, at the complete opposite end of the spectrum, is Schiit's Fulla model. You gotta love their naming. This is a tiny little pocketable DAC and headphone amp. Even though I already have a head streamer that sort of does the same thing but doesn't have a built-in volume control, I felt myself really wanting one of these. I don't remember the headphones it was playing over, but it sounded pretty darn good, and this little guy is only 79 bucks. Pretty cool. Next up is the PS Audio Sprout. Now this is just a little bitty integrated amp that I found extremely cool. It's got 4 inputs. It's got a phono preamp built in, so it's got a phono input. It's got a USB input, so it's got a DAC in it. It's got a analog input, just for a regular, like a CD output. And it's got Bluetooth, so you can play the music off your iPhone on it. Puts out 50 watts per channel, and it uses Class D amplification, which isn't surprising. This thing's about the size of a Mac Mini, and I can imagine this fitting into a whole lot of listening environments. I actually wish that I had a space that I could use this in. It's a pretty cool little unit. Now back to Woo Audio for a moment. They've got a really interesting, I guess it's portable, I'd say a semi-portable headphone amp coming out that is tube based. It uses very small tubes. I can't remember the tube numbers, but they're less than the size of your pinky. They're pretty small. If you look it up, it's the WA8. If you look it up on the web, you'll see some photos of it. Again, when I saw it, I was not prepped. I was just right into the conference. So when I went back to take some photos, the booth was flooded. It's a very cool item. So I'm looking forward to that coming out. I'm seeing if I can get some review copies of things, and we'll see how that works out. No promises there. So anyway, that's the overview of RMAF. So I hope you enjoyed what little I had to show, and I'll catch you next time.